What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to Hungary for Success with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21. Today we're going to be looking at the transfers that we've done up to the end of the winter window, which ends on Valentine's Day, and we're going to be taking on Honved as well. We've had a little bit of change in personnel, and we'll see how the remaining part of the season goes. So if you do want to enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. It makes a massive difference to the channel. Now let's get into the game. Right, fellas, so as I said, it's the end of the transfer window. We've been in actually relatively good form since the window, or since last episode. We did lose to Papatirmal in a friendly, which was very disappointing because it was a very, very strong side that we put out. Then we beat Honved in a friendly, which was interesting because it wasn't our strongest team. Then against scootR, we smashed them 4-0, and then they sacked their manager, which was beautiful. scootR did actually offer us the job, and we said no, as did Honved. Honved have came in and offered me a job as well, and I keep saying no to them. Who was it that offered us the job? Was it maybe scootR? We've had another couple of job interviews anyway, or job offers, which we've not taken. Against scootR, Versace and Casiedo both scoring goals for us, which that was fantastic. Against Herr, unfortunately we lost 5-3, but this was a much tighter game than it looks. They scored in the 86th and 89th minute to make it 4-3 and then 5-3. Our defence just kind of fell apart. Garate missed a penalty because that's what he seems to do all the time. Then against Depression, we won 5-3. Quite nice. Garate got himself a hat-trick. And then against Pest, 5-2. Barna got himself a goal after coming on because of he's been out injured for a while. And Versace scored yet another goal. I think one of Versace's 2 goals here ended up being goal of the month, which was fantastic. I think Gabriel, for his goal, got goal of the month. They're not that good. It must have been a terrible month for goals. And then we just drew against Pushkash Academia. Very boring game. It's like 2 highlights in the entire game. As it is right now, Simon Toth has agreed a deal with Ivanska to leave. He's out on loan, so he's not leaving yet. Notice I did say leaving yet, because we have had some players that we've sold because they were leaving at the end of the season, and I said we'd cash in on them early. So we've had Starkovic go out on loan back to the club he signed from in Bosnia. Mirsic went to Haladas for 29,000. Mesros agreed a deal with Menfo Shanak. We just offered we take 5k from him. He could leave then and there, and he did. Milan Vicente is a left back. I actually think it's pretty okay. He's gone out on loan. He rejected a contract with us, so he might be this might be the end of his time with Dorogi. Valley has gone to Gjord. He again another player that ended coming to the end of his contract, was refusing to agree a deal with us. So he agreed to join Gjord, and we said 2k you can have him, and they said not a bother. And Neri's gone out on loan. He is transfer listed. We're not renewing his contract, which actually doesn't end until next season, so he's probably going to be sold next year. But since with all of that happening, we did bring in a couple of new players. Dirk is a Brazilian centre back who, how could you say no to this guy? So he's come in, he's played quite a number of games. Suchev is one of the Belarusian midfielders, or one of the Belarusians we signed. He's come in from Slutsk. He's just got into our under-19s for the time being. I don't think he's first team ready, but he potentially could get some first team football. Michael Vang, or American midfielder, who I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do with him. I think he's going to be a playmaker. We're teaching him to be box to box, just so we can kind of fill everything. He's had a couple of games, not been great. He started one. He's been a bit meh since he arrived, but came from Madison. He's on a lot of money. That's one thing I will say. Novchikov has come in as our third choice goalkeeper at the moment. Another Belarusian who is just sitting on the bench pretty much because Lastra picked up an injury, and we decided to sign Perelevsky on a permanent contract. So after his 16 appearances and his 7.02 before the transfer window, we paid 51. We paid 44k, 44 and a half. And there's add-ons because they wanted we didn't sign him directly. We signed him on a compensation because they wanted the bones of £1 million for him. So I said no. I think the highest can go is 140,000, but he's played 4 games since he made his permanent move on a 7.2. So he has been quite good. I think we've released a couple of players as well. So Rashako was released earlier, but Ngazi came to me and said that because we were not playing him, dropped him to the under-19s, and he was transfer listed, he wanted to leave. He was also one of our under-19 coaches, so now we have an under-19, or actually we don't, we're in the amount of coaches we're supposed to have. But we're going into the game today against Honved, like I said, pretty good form, sitting 4th in the league. If we win, nothing is going to change league-wise. We're going to still be 4th, but if we lose and results go against us, we're going to be in trouble. We did change as well. We were our pre-season expectations, so now we're expected to just avoid relegation. They did give me the option to change it to top half, but I didn't think that was a good idea. But for today's game, we do have a couple of changes in the team from what you've seen before. Lastra starts in goal because Hudvagner is injured, which is not ideal. Perelevsky and Amzar start as our wingbacks. Derek and Merkela as our central defence. Ortiz and Casiedo in central midfield. Versace and Shedlar as our wide men. Garate and Gabriel starting up front. Gabriel has been in very tasty form recently, so he is going to be getting a chance today. Engard is suspended. Berna and Hudvagner are both injured for this one. And one player I did fail to mention, actually, that has left. I need to find a game that he would probably... Shrenzi has gone back to MTK. They recalled him because we were playing him as a left back instead of an inverted winger on the left. They wanted him to be a left winger, even though he played 30 times last season as a left back. So Amzar and Engard are out and out left backs now. We did have the option to sign a couple of different left backs during the window. One of them went to Ujpest, I think. But he was a Brazilian. He looked pretty okay. But he wanted like a couple of grand, and I was like, no. And the big signing in the window was for a youth player. DEAC bought a player for 400,000 and put him into their under-19s. I was like, we don't even have 400,000 to spend, and this club are throwing a £400,000 player into their under-19s. It's madness. Thankfully, we didn't get any insane offers for any of our main players. We kind of kept the squad together quite nicely and just added decent players to it without spending a huge amount of money. What I would say is Perelevsky is a little bit on the more expensive side for where we are currently in the league. Well, financially anyway. But Derek is a nice little addition at centre back, so we're not too worried about that. Saying that though, he did give that ball away, which was not quite ideal. I'd say that. 20 minutes in, we've just conceded, and it looks like Honved are going to continue playing. Shedlar gets the ball forward. Gabriel gets the ball forward. Interesting pass. Not a great pass, just an interesting one. But Derek, he's 6'4", so he is 6'4", so he's a little bit taller than some of our other centre backs. He's kind of on par with the size of the lads we were playing last year. Casiedo though at 6'6". It's nice to have him. He's pretty good at playmaking as well. Versace takes a bit of a wayward shot, but we leave him off with that one. Depression and ZTE, just how they popped up on the corner of my eye. They're having a bit of a poor season. They're quite away from Versace. Please, for the love of Jesus, stop. They've dropped off an awful lot. They look like they're picking up now because I think the Brescia are, but the looks of it, winning. But Pushkash are winning. Okay, so that's why we're dropping to fifth. Don't really want to go into the second half. A goal down. I would like to score potentially. Galate is not having a great game. Markella is having an absolute mare of a game. He's motivated now. I'm going to individually talk to him though and be like, I'm very unhappy. Okay, so we've given out to him. It looks like he's hopefully going to get his shit together. We're going to point our finger and see if we can get anyone super motivated. We haven't, which is not ideal. What we are going to do though is keep an eye on Garate and Casiedo, especially because we know Markella's playing terribly. Dominic Nagy has scored that's his second goal of the game, I think. Was it he who scored the first? No, it was Zuberu. I'm going to berate the lads. This is not good enough. Yeah, we do have a throw. Pirelevsky to Versace. Finds Casiedo. Gabriel Casiedo. Intricate passing. Not necessary there. And Markella gets pushed off the ball by Zuberu. Derek wins it. Come on, Shedler. Get there. Shedler. Go on. Keep going. Fight for it. Casiedo wins the ball back. Amzar gets a forward to Garate. Gets dispossessed by Clemens. We know from our time at Wigan, he's not an amazing centre-back. He was probably our best centre-back, but he's not that good. Garate! Oh! Oh, that was I take it. That was a pretty good goal. From a very tight angle. Did not expect him to score from there. Gazdag is a player that we did look at potentially sign. I think it was Gazdag. It was a player we looked at potentially signing, and didn't quite work out. And Gabriel put that one wide. Alright, we're going to make a change because our team is playing less than fantastically. I'm going to bring on Tiefenbach. I'm going to make him a Mazzella. I think we leave it at that for the time being. I am looking at Markella and Gabriel as two players potentially we're going to take out. Because I do not want to lose to Honved. This would be depressing if we lose to Honved. I know they're not the worst team in the world, but it would be nice if we could just beat them. Versace takes a shot. Cannon's back. Ortiz is lined up, and Ortiz so unlucky. Shedlar keeps it in, gets it across, and gets cleared away. And now Honved are on the break with Zubaru. It's going to call him Scooby. Dominic and Nagy gets the ball back to Hiddy, and he hiddy it wide. He hiddy it wide. Markella, you're annoying me. So you're coming off. Suarez is going to come on. I'm going to give him a team talk. I've motivated him, and from there, potentially take off Gabriel and bring on Monazimi. Yeah, Monazimi's coming on for Gabriel. Gabriel's booked and he's not playing well. He's not playing terribly, but he's not playing fantastically. So he's getting sacrificed. Lastra's not happy. Lastra's not playing that well. Got to berate the lads again. 10 minutes left. Honved have a free kick. Okay, I thought that was offside. I'm glad Lastra grabbed it, because if that went in, I would have been super pissed. Versace is trying to win the ball. Ortiz gets his foot in but can't keep a hold of the ball. And now Honved, Zuberu, Gazdag finds Ramadan. Ramadan puts it in the back of it. We're going to go very attacking. Can't shout at the lads again because I just shouted at them. So it looks like we're going to lose to Honved. Although we have been pretty decent at coming back into games when we're down. Beautiful ball to Amzar. Amzar whips the ball across. And now our left back is out of position. And Zuberu is going to just run down the wing. Zuberu. Chobit. Oh, Chobit. Chobit is a player that I had an opportunity to sign and I decided against it. because we had enough wingers as it was, and I didn't think there was a need for us to change and go for another guy who could play as a winger or as a striker. Garate puts it in the back of the net, but it's all for nothing. It's going to end 4-2. I want to shout at the players, but I'm not going to get a chance to. And we lose to Honved. That is disgusting. You let yourself down. You let yourself down. Versace, I'm disappointed. Amzar, you only played today because my main left back was suspended. So if it wasn't for that, he wouldn't have been playing. I'm going to send the assistants to this because I don't want to talk to them. Depression did win their game. Pushkash only got a draw. They ended up drawing, so that's fine for us because it keeps them behind us. It's close though. Junior Tallow scored a goal for Uj Pest. Fair enough. We do have a striker on trial at the minute. He's not going signing. He's fine, but he's not amazing. Karate is 1 goal away from getting another goal bonus. He had a goal bonus for 10 goals, which was like nearly $5,000. He's hit that. Now he's quite close to getting another one. That must be delightful for him. It's rolling in the money. Money, 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 money. The next episode, I think we come back for Dioscure. Or do we come back for Actually, we come back for MTK and Fervar. Because I don't think you've seen a Fervar. I don't remember playing against Fervar in a video. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on against them. Seeing so we've lost 5-3 and 6-1? 6-2 at the start of the season. We'll be looking for super revenge against them. So those will be the next 2 games in the next episode. Probably just do the Pushkash Honved games. So I don't imagine we're going to drop into the relegation zone. So we have a nice little gap. We've nearly 20-point advantage over Depression. Still expected to finish bottom, I imagine. Nope, they've decided we're 10th best now. We could win the league, lads. We could win the league. They still have Depression as favourites to finish 9th and Uj Pest as 11th. Has Derek has made it in. Derek's into the best 11. That's anyways good. And Hood Wagner isn't too far off being the best goalkeeper. Delightful. So if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Share with all of your friends. And I will see you in the next one.